You know, the Council of Heifers are just shaking our heads at old Chantal's little "I'm coming back to Canada, I want weight loss surgery" announcement. Because honestly, honey, if you think that's going to be an easy button, if you think you can do what I'm doing, good on you. I'm going to give you a little story since you seem to think you can do this. Because you need to hear this if you really think you're going to copy my path. Because you seem to think that there's an easy button to this, and I'm telling you, you're going to fail if you don't get your shit together. You need to have a severe support system to do this. It is not a magic button. The pounds are not just going to drop off and stay off. You got to put in the work. And we all know you're work allergic. But okay, honey. Okay. I sees you, bitch. I see how you think. You're going to get a seat at the Mean Girls table. I called it. I told people I had your number. I wasn't even going to waddle my ass into the chat before, but you brought that big bitch energy. So I was like, okay. You wanted to attack somebody's parents passing. You bring up the dead constantly. You invoke life by Jen in your latest video. You can't seem to leave the deceased out of your mouth. You are really like a boogeyman, so I do not mind taking you to task. But it's story time while I actually exercise. Because some of y'all like to play that fitness game, not realizing how serious you have to take exercise. But okay, you know, like I said, I got time. I wanted to get it done early today because I want to be in a certain person's chat and enjoy myself. There are a lot of people, a whole community of heifers that can't stand you. Big heifers, little heifers. Big heifers like me, little heifers like the one that I'm trying to get to. So yeah, we're going to get it popping, get this started, and oof, show you how it's done. Because if you're not doing this, Chantal, you ain't going to lose the weight, honey. Point blank. We going to get this Fitbang on. So, for those asking, which I wouldn't understand why, because it's not like I'm a weight loss channel. You know, hopefully the results will come in from what I've been doing. But I've never built myself, don't try to build myself as a weight loss channel, because that's a quick way for a disaster. The moment you don't see quick results, you're willing to give up if you do it for those reasons. Damn it, I gotta get this camera angle better. But the reality of the situation is you're not doing this for head pats and ass slaps. You're doing it because your life is on the line. That's rule number one, Chantal. Because people like you get on my nerves. How do I know? Because 20 years ago, I had the same fucking attitude that, you know, I didn't need anybody. You can't tell me what to do. I don't need routine. I don't want to be a morning person. All the fucking same stupid shit that most deaf fats do and get yourself stuck in a literal fat trap. And now you want to try to match my energy. But you know what got my energy to where it is? Getting help. Now all of a sudden you were defiant your last video. Like legitimately defiant. Your last video talking about I don't need therapy. It never worked for me. And now all of a sudden you need therapy? Okay, girl. Like I said, I get manic. I totally understand manic. We're going to put some music on today so that I can talk to you guys while I'm doing this. But, I hate this commercial. Oh, come on. Singing like that. Nobody watch Grease anymore. No, I'm kidding. I know somebody from New York is like, bitch, are you crazy? Grease is a big time stuff. I know. I did the hand jive back in high school, so I know. I'm joking. Either way, the whole idea of Chantal doing weight loss surgery, getting the help that she needs. Yes, but you still need an actual support system, because on your own, you will not succeed. And how do I know that? Because when I was on my own and not having a reason to care, not having a true reason to stop myself from binging, from not having a thing telling me that I didn't need stuff, I failed. I slipped up. It happens. You have to have an actual support system. So now, once again, you are proving to us that that husband of yours that you like to flex on us with isn't as supportive as you like to believe. Because why can't you do that with him? I thought Kuwait had an obesity problem. I thought Kuwait had the answers. Better than the little Western world stuff. Now, granted, around the circles, we do believe that this is just another way to score yourself a big old mukbang. And I hope I'm wrong about that because you don't need that. I don't want to really watch you eat yourself to death. So I need to make it clear again. This isn't about you wanting you to pass, stupid. This is us knowing that if you don't change your attitude and ways, you will pass. And I don't care if you don't believe that a big girl like me can tell you that. Now that I know that you're a short big girl like me, I kind of understand why you look thick. Because like I said, even with my actual weight loss, I still, depending on how I sit, depending on how I walk, look like a big old bag of pudding. But unlike you, who isn't doing the fucking work and barely ever do the work, you can't tell me that you ain't bigger than you are. That fucking scale thing kind of really tripped me out because it was like, hey, why are you still taping that stuff? This is supposed to be between you and your doctor. But now we all got questions that we'll never get answers to. Like, why'd you have to cut away? Why the hell did you cut away when that number popped up? Why does Salah have to be behind you saying the weight? It was all fucking weird. And it felt staged. And you see, if you weren't such a liar who lies, none of us would care. Because most of us, like, I'm never going to give people my actual weight. I'm going to have fuckers say, ooh, she looks smaller. Yeah, I do. Thanks, bitch. Because that's how you handle actual weight loss when you're taking it serious. You don't go around putting your numbers out there for people to pat you on the head. That's the difference between those of us who are taking this shit seriously and all these weirdos on YouTube who get on here like, well, I can't really do it. But maybe if I get encouragement from strangers, why the fuck do you need encouragement from strangers? Like, I know by putting up these Fitbangs, people are going to think, oh, are you doing this for... No. Matter of fact, I really didn't want to do this, but I know it gets on Chantal's nerves for somebody to show her sustained exercise. So I'm being spiteful. You know, she doesn't even understand what spite is. Because I can spite for 30 minutes of actual sustained activity while talking shit. That's the difference between you and me, heifer. I don't understand what she thinks she's doing with us. But if she thinks that weight loss surgery is going to be a magic button, she's got another thing coming. Because you really do have to put in the energy. In 2008, I went in for my first consultation and diagnosis. Because I had had a baby. I was living with my family in Bentonville, South Carolina. And they were not happy with the size that I came to them from in Florida. Because I super ballooned after having kiddo. Like, it wasn't funny. I was almost bedbound. And that is not a fun place to be. But unfortunately for me, having military type family, they don't allow for that. You're not going to be a bedbound with a fucking baby, no. And they were like, nah, girl, we need to get you down. So I got my morning routine going and popping. And I went to all the psychiatrists and other doctors that, because the weight loss clinic, if they're good, they have you go deal with your psychological problems and they want you to lose the weight. And my doctor back then wanted me to lose 120 pounds on my own. Now, if I was in Florida, I would have made all kinds of excuses and cried and pouted and been like, hey, there's no way I could do all that. I thought the weight loss surgery was why I was supposed to do that. But when you have the family that I have, yeah, the morning routines and stuff, that way it didn't take me long to get off. It almost made me go, why the fuck do I need the surgery? But I was bad off. I was 512 pounds. I needed the fucking surgery. So when I say that if Chantal thinks that the weight loss surgeons here are going to just give her what she wants, I don't know how they do it in Canada, but if she tries to get it in the States, they're going to make you show that you can lose weight on your own first. Point blank. And even TLC makes a little bit of a mockery of that, because I know Dr. Now only goes, you need to lose 50 pounds per month. And I know for some, it does add up to the 120. But they should be honest with people. When you're that big, because of the complications of putting you under and other complications, they will not operate on somebody over 400 pounds technically, because it's too risky. It really is. That's why they want you to be down. The amount of anesthesia they would have to use alone can put you into cardiac arrest. But people don't want to talk on that level, because those of us who've gone through it know you can't pull that on us, Chantal. You can't fake your way through this. So if you do go for the weight loss surgery, I wish you luck. But I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot of work. It is not an easy button. And you can gain weight again. How do you know? I show pictures. I'll bring the slideshow up next time again. I can show you exactly what a year in, when my grandmother's pushing, with chasing after a toddler, walking, swimming, exercise constantly. It melted the pounds off. But you have to put in the work. You're on the floor all the fucking time. Why ain't your ass doing some yoga? You can shovel plates of food in your face, but you can't stretch up to the sky and realign your posture and chakras. I even hate that I'm helping you. But since you said you want to lose weight out of spite, I'm figuring you're still trying to match my energy, heifer. So learn some fucking yoga while you're down on that floor. And do some floor cleaning, because your house still needs cleaning. I don't care. I'm getting annoyed with this whole idea that you can do stuff out of spite when you don't do anything that requires actual effort. You looked exhausted just going to the doctors with your man. And honestly, as somebody who is in that whole big girl category, but has to do the thing, because I have stuff I need to live for. I don't need to invoke the dead. I don't need to talk about other people. I am totally being selfish in this weight loss. It is for me. I want to feel slimmer. I want to be able to do physical things again without feeling exhausted. That is why I started working out again and pushing myself again, because you have to. And even now, I feel like I could be and should be doing a bit more. But I am literally in the frozen tundra right now. And one slip and fall could fuck me up. And I hate it, because I don't have anybody but me to blame for this. I can't blame my bad life for this. My bad life isn't what put the food in my face. But you got to get help to understand that, dum-dum. You don't want that. You want to binge. Binge is your drug. And until you're ready to really face and fight that demon, you're not going to change, heifer. And you hate that somebody like me who's got your number has joined. But maybe you should stop talking about the deceased so much, because it gets on my fucking nerves. And every time you do that shit, it makes me want to go harder at you. You know? I just don't even understand it. I ain't never talked about the dead like the way she does. I hate even bringing up my deceased relatives, because I don't want them haunting me. So I don't know what her obsession is with talking about her granny and other people. Leave them people in peace. Leave Jen in peace. I didn't know her. I came to this way after she passed. But everybody has something nice to say about her. They don't have anything nice to say about her attitude. But that's just the way it is. People are allowed to have opinions about you on the internet, honey. I just watched some hefty heifer earlier today that, as a former retail employee, oh Lord, she and I are not gonna, she ain't gonna like me if I start talking about her ass too. Because I don't like that entitled thing. What is it with big girls and entitlement lately? I'm all for body positivity, meaning you are comfortable with your body. But you need to accept that with body positivity, it means the rest of the world still gets to have an opinion. It's not all of a sudden everybody accepts fat girls or fat guys. It's you love yourself enough to realize that even if nobody else loves you, you love yourself. But there are too many people that don't get real body positivity. They've been fed a bunch of bullshit by some TikTok influencer who probably bought a lot of their friends and kudos. And now they believe that, no, body positivity should be a thing because we say so. Why don't you all just get into a big old heifer group then? Support each other. Why do you think the world's supposed to support something you did to yourself? That it don't make sense. And like I said, I am all for finding a sense of confidence and self-worth. I will always preach that. You have to like yourself because sometimes you are your only cheerleader in this world. But when it gets to the point where you think because you feel that way that everybody should feel that way, that's where I'm going to stop you. That's where I'm going to make you pump them brakes. Because I don't really want or need anybody else to accept me. I accept me. And that is why I keep telling you, Chantal, I bring big bitch energy to the conversation. You should have left homegirl's mom's passing out of your mouth. I would have just stayed in horror watching you from the sidelines, maybe throwing a super chat here and there to make fun of you. But you decided to be super nasty. And yeah, we're all meanies on the internet. I don't even react to your direct stuff, so you can't accuse me of that either. I wait for somebody to edit your fuck shit down to react to it. Because that is way more fun for me. And we all pretty much have the same commentary for you. So yeah, you can't get away with the shit that you think you can get away with complaining at us. None of the stuff you normally hit people with applies to me. You said cam up, bitch, here I am. I told you to exercise. I wanted to see that video, heifer. And no, you're not going to get the weight loss surgery and want to do this. For the first 3 weeks after you get your stomach cut open, or I think we did the laser surgery for mine, laparoscopic as they call it, you're going to be taken out. You are not going to want to move. You have got to fucking heal up. They get you up and walking in the hospital for just a little bit, but you're barely able to move. So get the fuck out of here if you think you're going to be doing this right after weight loss surgery. See, that's the problem with some people. They think there's an easy button to this. You still got to do the fucking work. You're still going to have to do at least 30 minutes of sustained physical activity. And even then, it takes a while to burn the fat that you put in there. I am now burning holiday fat. And I didn't even eat as much as I would have loved to. But the reality of the situation is, I don't process food the way normal people do anymore. So anything you put in you has to be burnt off or it's going to accumulate. And I keep trying to tell you that, but you don't hear it. You're just mad that a heifer like me has the nerve to even address you. That's that whole irrelevant comment. Honey, if I thought that I wanted to be relevant to a bitch like you, don't you think I would slide into your area and try to be your friend? I don't want to be your friend. I want to be your motivator, stupid. I want you to do what I'm doing right now. I want you to be on a bike or walking or swimming or doing more. Because if you're here, you're still the clown that I get to laugh at. Skinny, fat, you're still Chantal Sorrow. You are still that girl that has a lot of archived fuckery. You're still a person who has questionable manners. Actually, no home training at all. You're horrible to cats, pets, and partners. You are a terrible person. You think being skinny is going to change that? Okay. Let's see. Show me. Show me where in the weight loss surgery you change your personality. Because honestly, my weight loss surgery only enhanced the bitch. So I'm just saying. And if you think that somehow you're going to be invited to the mean girl table because you suddenly lost weight, that's not how that works. I know in the 80s, where a lot of us grew up, there was those movies that portrayed that if you got skinny and stuff, all the popular kids would let you hang out with them. I don't consider myself a popular kid. I'm sure some of the groups that you want to like you are probably looking at you like, we're still not going to like you, heifer. Why are you doing this for that? You are near 40. I hope that when you finally get to 40, it clicks off in your brain that none of that shit matters, but I don't think it'll be like that for you. I'm telling you, I got lucky. My sociopathy doesn't really come with narcissism. I think it's harder for black women to be heavy narcissists. It's not impossible because I was raised by one. But being a black woman narcissist is a bit harder because nobody in the world is giving us those kind of props or lies. Like, my family never lied to me about how people view. what I supposedly look like. That's why I laughed at you when you thought you were going to attack my looks. I don't give a fuck what you think about my look. I've never been a looks person. I've been a results person. When I want to do something and I am determined to do something, it gets done. And that is the difference between you and I, Miss Chantal Sorrell. I know you want to live a fantasy. You even tried to lie and take his last name, which we all who know and have Muslim family could tell you. You don't normally take their last name. But you didn't even research that when you went over and did that bullshit. That's how we all started to clown on the fact that this shit didn't feel real. Why would you do that? Like one of the things that people like to fuck with me on, and we call out somebody. Well, I don't know if she's married to him or not. She didn't take his last name. Okay, but why is that your business? And you know who I'm talking about because I know you're watching my videos right now. And I didn't want to be mean about this. But I don't put that information out there like that. Don't fish. Because I ain't out there to be caught. And I get really fucking annoyed when people do that to me. I feel like I'm being completely interviewed. And I ain't putting myself out there. We're fine. Okay, honey. Thank you. I'm all sweaty, babe.
I know. Don't bother me.
Oh, gosh. Oh, don't say stuff like that. Oh, yeah. I'm just like, she doesn't seem to understand, and people don't seem to understand that we ain't got to present a front.
Well, I thought a front. I would have done that if you were on camera or off camera.
Exactly. And I just think that it's crazy to me that she thinks she can match this energy when we've been best friends for years. Like, I don't know.
Front, back, sideways, I
Stop
don't care.
Stop it, you. Stop it. Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah, y'all. Sorry about that. Mess. And I can't with him. But for real, I just don't understand what she thinks she's doing. But if I can motivate you, Chantal, to at least survive, I'm okay with that. I know you don't even have to give me credit for it. Because like I said, I'm a nobody. Your own words. A nobody that got you mad. A nobody whose blunt words about how you can't cosplay as a Muslim woman and know what I as a black woman has gone through with racial violence. Who told you that your mask being hit by a car would destroy a car. Because I'm blunt. I've never claimed to be a nice person. I'm not going to pretend like other people on here to be a nice person. I'm the one that said, if you pass, you pass. Do I want you to pass? No, I'm not a fucking ghoul. But if you pass, would anybody be shocked? We've watched you eat mountains of food. Way more than one person should ever consume, no matter how hungry you claim to be. Even when you were doing your weight loss thing, you were doing 4 fucking course meals. Soup, salad, sides, big main course. And it's like, dude, you're not going to lose weight. Because you're not exercising what you're putting in you. It don't matter how healthy you think it is if you ain't burning it off. But you don't want to hear that shit. And if you think a weight loss surgeon isn't going to tell you that, you think eating less when you have binge eating disorder is your answer, you are either going to give yourself a blockage, you are going to stretch that stomach out again, or you're not going to see rapid results and get depressed. That is the way it is, stupid. You have to take this seriously. It is a serious lifestyle change. You can't just get your stomach reduced as much as it's going to be reduced and not completely change eating patterns and how you get up and what you do. And you know what helped me really change my routine? Which you're not going to like it, but you need to hear it. Being a mom. Having to go up to school stuff, having to deal with functions and meetings and making sure that my kid was up and doing stuff on time. Having that routine helped my ass out. So I don't know what you're going to do. I really hope you have either somebody who's willing to live with you and stick with you and wake you up in the morning and get you together. Maybe your mom is going to volunteer for that. Maybe she finally called you and convinced you that you need to be here with her and she can get you on the right track. I don't know. But if you do not have that, I wish you all the luck in the world because you're going to need it. Because you cannot do this on your own. You've proven to us you can't do this on your own. You are still not showing us any real physical activity. You want me to believe that eating that slop on the plate, that cottage cheese with mustard and raw carrots, that you will look at absolutely miserable chewing? Absolutely miserable. And I could give you a little tip, Chantal. It isn't the amount of food you eat. It isn't the slop that you put in you. It's the fact that you are literally immobile that is doing you the worst damage. Like, yeah, the mountains of food definitely does not help her at all. But the fact that she sits there, moping, depressed, stalking FFG and Gabba's chat, just sitting there, upset, because people are not seeing her as the mean girl, cool girl with the Kuwaiti husband is hilarious. Because if you were really that bad bitch, why would you care? And now I know you're going to be like, I don't care. You can't tell me that I don't care, irrelevant. I said I don't care. Yeah, we all totally make videos when we don't care about something. Totes. You give us the buttons to push, honey. It's law. This part's for you. Because your girl is defiant. And she's either going to fuck around and find out with this weight loss stuff and not be here. Or she's going to con you into giving her mukbang money. Either way, you need to start penning stuff quickly. You're going to want to make some coins after she passes. I don't care if this sounds bad. I'm a businesswoman. Be for real. I already told my partner. Document anytime my ass goes manic. Make them coins if I pass. Tell people, oh yeah, I loved her writing, but she was a crazy bitch. Make them coins. Kiddo too. I expect this heifer to make a tell-all about his mama so that he can survive. Because that is the kind of people I'm fucking around with. So, Salah, this is for you, brother man. When she passes, you make sure you get that boat incident documented and uploaded, because that'll make you some coin. You make sure you write how, oh, I loved her. No, you're wrong. I totally loved her, but it was hard. It was hard dealing with her defiant personality disorder. It was hard watching her literally eat herself to death, but I totally loved her. I was a victim. Played a total victim in this. Trust me, we're not really going to believe you, but we'll want to read it anyway. Get that fucking tell-all. Do it in ebook form first, and maybe get yourself a paperback deal if you can. It'll be a bestseller. I guarantee you, because we never hear from the perspective of somebody who put up with that. And I'm telling you right now, since I don't plan to go out like that, even though I am big right now, if I did, I would want my partner to make bank on it. Because you don't realize what you put people through when you're like that. And I don't even think I'm entitled like some of these girls. That glitter lasers chick really made my eyes roll. Because how you going into a store at our size, and I'm even going to say our size, giving her a little bit more benefit of the doubt because she's allegedly active and acting like a fucking imbecile. How are you going to stores putting on stuff you know can't fit you? When there are stores for us, there are shops for us. Like they even have fat girl lingerie. How do you know? I order from it. I love me some hips and curves. So get the fuck out of here going into fucking Target to get clothes. You ain't got Lane Bryant in Texas? Get the fuck out of here. I know they do. You got shops for people like us. You don't want to hear about people like us. Don't be a people like us. What drives me nuts is when people like us think they're entitled to clothes the people that are smaller. Oh, it's cuter. Yeah, they gotta use less fabric. Less fabric means they can make it cuter and stylisher. You want to get into that fabric, make yourself less. It's not fucking hard. It's not, I'm not saying anything too controversial here. And before you start with the self-hate, I legitimately love myself. That's why I want to be here. That is why slimming down makes sense. And like I said, my goal is to just get to 200. That was where I felt cute, thick. That is why I'm taking this weight loss seriously again. Because it clicked in my brain. I was happy at 200 pounds. I know some people won't believe it, and I don't give a fuck. That's not your life. It's mine. I was happy at 200. I felt cuter. I felt ample. I felt able to do things. I didn't need to get super slim to be cute. I already got somebody who loves me, as y'all could see. So I didn't need to do it for those reasons. I just like being able to do things without feeling like, oh my God, I am lugging it's like I'm lugging a kettlebell around constantly right now. And if you haven't done kettlebells, you probably don't know what I'm fucking talking about. But if you have, you know exactly what I mean. Right now on my thighs, my butt, and my gut, it is like I am carrying around kettlebells constantly. And I need to get some of this shit off. And I realized that even before I started dealing with the Chantal thing, you just made it more better for me to put it up there so that you can see the amount of physical activity you need to start doing consistently. And even now, I was like, I need to bump this up another 10 minutes soon. So those are coming soon too. 40-minute Fitbangs coming soon. I know that with my intro and stuff, this might even go over 40 minutes. But I'm actually doing 30 minutes of sustained activity. As long as you're breaking a sweat, as long as you are melting what you've done to your body away, that is the most important thing. There's no magic diet though. It has to be a combination of factors. Working on your mental health and physical health is important. It is all a team up. And I hate that I'm giving you tips and advice, but you want to try so hard to get somebody's approval. So if you want my heifer, you've got a lot of work to do. A lot. Like, it is going to take a hell of a lot. I don't think you'll ever get it, so I'm not worried about saying it. But if you put in the maximum effort that's going to be needed to really change your life, you may get a prop from me one day. I doubt I'm ever going to have to do it, so I don't mind putting that out here. If you can make your life better, what the fuck will you even need props from somebody like me? But if you do it, I'll put it right here. If Chantal fully changes herself in her life, if she fully transforms her body and mind, hey, I'll give her props. But like I said, I can say it because I doubt fully, which is doubt, that it's going to happen. So yeah, I don't care. Like I said, I watched that video. I seen how miserable you look trying to force that healthy food down your gullet. I seen that questionable scale weigh in, where you're acting smug still. But if you were on a serious weight loss thing, why the fuck would you do that? What's the point? Who are you trying to prove it to? The haters who don't care anyway was just going to make fun of you? So that you can go back and say, see, they made fun of me and it's my fault that you're binging. It's not my fault. It's your fault. You're the one that has control in this situation, stupid. You're the one who, when you get mad, instead of putting up food, you could be doing something creative, right? You want to be a writer, right? You want to copy everything that I do, right? Get yourself a man that don't mind kissing your sweaty ass, right? But you're not willing to do the fucking work, right? When you're not willing to do the work, you don't get results, heifer. That's the thing I keep trying to tell you. You have to do the work. Is it easy? No. Will you look pretty? No. And if you're doing it for those reasons, you're going to be disappointed. Point blank. And that is 30 minutes in. You have to be willing to put yourself out there if you're serious about this. And you're not willing to be serious about this. You put everything out there. You're not willing to really humiliate yourself. You thought that little fucking walk at night video with that weird black abaya that looked like it was taking your blood pressure was doing anything? When I have showed you consistently 30 minutes of a sustained physical activity? Honey. And even now, you can see from my size that it takes time to do it. Even with a smaller stomach, it takes time to burn the damage you've done. But if you're not willing or able to do it, you are not going to see results. I don't understand what you're not getting about that. I don't understand why you think there's a magic button. There's no magic button to this. You still have to do what you need to do to make this fat go away. And even then, with all the health problems that you have, you still got other things to address. So I was a little happy that you changed your tune really quick about needing actual psychiatric help. But I don't think you're going to take it seriously because you're going to hear probably a lot of the same things I heard when I got told I'm a sociopath. To look for certain patterns. To stay away from people you can manipulate. To get yourself together so that you don't have to need or want those validations. If you get a decent doctor, you'll learn things about yourself that you might not like, but you'll have to hear so that you can change some of those patterns. But we know you, Chantal. Whether you like it or not, we know you. You're never going to change. Prove me wrong, bitch, though. Prove me wrong. Big bitch energy to so be bitch energy. Prove my ass wrong. Because my ugly ass is calling you out. And yeah, I'll call myself ugly. I don't care. Like I said, it was never about looks. I already got everything I want in this life. I don't care if you think I'm pretty or popular or rich, poor, whatever. I'll be whatever you need me to, bitch, to make yourself feel better. Because I don't care. And that's the energy that help brings. That's how I know you'll never get it. Because you can't be in this headspace. You're still seeking my stupid ass's validation. But I'll get this up. This is going to be my official response to her I'm coming back to Canada bullshit. I know I could probably react to it and it'd be funnier, but honestly, I wanted to show her what doing the work really adds up to. So I'm going to go get this uploaded, go get myself cleaned up and stuff, and I'll probably see some of yous in other people's chats because this is a big, fun community. I am enjoying myself, and I'm enjoying pushing your buttons, heifer. So I'll see you soon.